Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6, Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here with Mike Mangin, who we had on before when he started the job as Director of Tourism here in Bardstown. But now you have another hat that you've added, at least for a little while, right?
For a little while, yes.
It's Interim Executive Director for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival as well.
Correct.
And the Kentucky Bourbon Festival is actually coming up pretty quickly.
Not that I'm counting, but we're 55 days away.
Okay. When are the dates going to be?
The dates are the 18th through the 22nd. We have made some changes this year with my coming on kind of late in the game for this. We've added a couple of new events, but our lawn is really going to be our biggest change. The lawn is actually going to open now at noon on Thursday, the 19th. And be open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It won't be open on Sunday, and that was in response to a lot of our vendors who felt like ticket sales weren't as much on Sunday. They wanted to, get out a little earlier. So again, the lawn will be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We're still going to have music Friday and Saturday night, not Thursday night since it's a weeknight. So yeah, that's some of the changes we're having.
Absolutely. And there are, of course, a lot of ticketed events throughout the week that have been historically part of the festival, but you also have some new and different changes there going on too, right?
We do. Probably our biggest change, some of the traditional favorites like the All-Star Sampler are still going on, our Flights of Bourbon is still going on, but some of the dates have changed. Flights of Bourbon, the All-Star Sampler, which is usually held on Wednesday night, is going to be now on Thursday night. Okay. Flights of Bourbon is moving from Thursday to Friday night. Okay. So we're going to have a big night in Bardstown on Friday night. We're going to have the lawn open. J.D. Shelbourne's going to be playing music that night on the lawn. Okay. Then we have Bourbon, Cigars, and Jazz at my old Kentucky home. We have Flights of Bourbon out at Samuels Field. And a new event that was just added yesterday is an evening with Jim Beam at the Jim Beam home. They're going to have dinner and drinks and stories by the master distillers Fred and Freddie Noe. So it'll be fun event.
A lot of stuff going on. And of course, you can find out about all these different events by going to the website, right? Yeah,
KentuckyBourbonFestival.com. And one of the other things, Gary, that I want to point out, in making the change to the lawn, what we wanted to do is really allow an opportunity for people who aren't going to the ticketed events to come down, interact with master distillers, maybe see some presentations by them. Two really big changes for the lawn this year. One, other than the dates, one is going to be we're creating an education stage that's going to be set up right here in front of Spalding Hall with different programming throughout the 3 days. So we want to have a kickoff on Thursday where we invite all the master distillers from our sponsors in and do kind of an official kickoff. But throughout those 3 days, we're going to have scheduled sessions where you may come down and get a bourbon tasting. You may be able to come down and just interact with a master distiller through those 3 days. And then another big change is that our participating distillers will be able to sell cocktails on the lawn this year. So you can actually go in and sample a variety of their products.
Okay, so in the past they would have their setups for each of the different distilleries. Is that where they're going to be selling actually in their own? Okay.
Yeah, in the past the law would not allow them to sell cocktails on the lawn. It got passed a couple of years ago. And at their request, and I think it's something that will really enhance the experience here. Absolutely. So they're going to be able to do that, and many of them bring in the same buildings and same setups that they've had in the past. So and then we've taken all the merchandise out of the tents. We'll have one big merchandise tent for all the distilleries and the Bourbon Festival stuff. So hopefully it'll be a little bit easier on the consumer. And remember to buy a lot because it helps us.
Exactly. And it's something fun to navigate, all the new things to see there on the lawn then too. Now, as we said, it's the Kentucky Bourbon Festival that is held in Bardstown, but it's a whole statewide Kentucky event, right? But actually, it brings in people from around the world as well.
It does. We were just looking at our ticket sales just this past week and tracking them, and we've already sold tickets to people from 28 states and 3 countries. Wow. So we've got people from Japan coming in, Australia, Canada, actually 4 countries because I saw one from the UK coming in the other day as well. So, and our ticket sales are going well. If you're interested in buying tickets, please go online, KentuckyBourbonFestival.com. You can buy everything there or stop by our office, and we can help you purchase those tickets also.
Great. And again, one more time, the dates for us for the Kentucky Bourbon.
Officially the 18th through the 22nd, the 22nd being that Sunday. But really on Sunday, we're going to be directing everybody out to the distilleries and asking them to have some specials going on out there.
Right. And again, I've been talking with Mike, who is now the Interim Executive Director for the Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
Emphasis on interim.
Right. And still is leading the tourism efforts here in Bardstown. Yeah. So you're running the festival for this year, and then you are going to be looking for somebody for that position, I assume, after that, right?
Yeah, the board before I came on board, we were already going through a strategic planning process. You know, there's a lot of challenges right now that the Bourbon Festival hasn't had to face over the years. You know, we're in our 28th year. There aren't a lot of festivals that survive that long. Yeah. And when we started, we were the only game in town. and now, you know, now you've got so many different bourbon events and whiskey events around the country, and we need to adjust a little bit. So the board has been taking that very seriously. We're going through some strategic planning. As I said, I'm here through the interim until we can get a new director on board, which we're not going to go through that process until after the festival. Yeah.
Right. And as we record this, we're 55 days away, so make sure you go and get your tickets because many of the ticketed events do sell out in advance. They
do. Actually, one of them is already sold out. Okay. Explore the Flavors of Bourbon, I believe, and we've got another one down at Maker's Mark that is pretty much sold out. So yeah, okay. If you're interested, please go quickly.
And we want to talk too about the Gala, which is the main big event that kind of culminates on Saturday. There's some changes that you're making with this year as well for that.
Yeah, as you said, we're now calling it the Great Kentucky Bourbon Tasting and Cocktail Party. In the past, it's been a black tie dinner, very formal, wonderful event. But it's gotten a little stale over the years, and that's feedback from the distilleries and from the attendees. So we've changed it, made it a little bit more fun. Don't worry, the tasting portion of it is exactly as it has been. We're actually going to do a VIP tasting from 7 to 8, where we're asking the distilleries to kind of bring out some of those hard to find pours and bourbons. And then from 8 to 9:30 will be the traditional tasting. But at 9:30, where we would normally go into the dinner, we're really just throwing open the doors, the band start, and it's a cocktail party. We're going to have different versions of entertainment out there, a lot of food stations for people to eat. It's not black tie, it's cocktail attire now, and it's themed Manhattan, a play off of the drink, but it's really kind of Manhattan, New York. Okay. And we just want it to be fun. We want people to kind of end the Bourbon Festival on a high note and relaxing and have a great time.
And are the events like that going to still be in the same spot?
Yes, that's still at the Guthrie Opportunity Center.
Okay,
sure
great.
Is.
So go to the website, one more time, the name of the website.
KentuckyBourbonFestival.com.
And get your tickets and all the information. This has been Gary White with Channel 6, Central Kentucky Television.